Throughout the course this season, we have seen 13 exciting shows and 13 exciting weeks of action, surprises, and of course a whole lot of racing fun. Now the summer break is just about passing away, and we're ready to resume our duties to our journey to become the next great superstar of the Chao Racing universe. So, live from Cheyenne, Wyoming, is the official season return of the famous series the ChaoEmperor channel has to offer. It's week 14 of Chao Racing 2019, with your host on the most, ready to resume the quest for victory, Brandon Cheyenne! Welcome fans from Cheyenne, Wyoming, to the return of our 65th season. Everyone's doing great and the staff is ready too. And how are you fans? So, well, after the fans enjoy a nice summer break and training camp, we're ready to resume our duties towards the 65th season of Chao Racing 2019. I hope you enjoyed the past 13 weeks as much as I do, and we're hoping that the second half will do more of the same as well. So, Paul, let's kick off the season return with the first race of this half of the season. Take it away, Paul! Alright, we're going to start off the action with Alvin Jr., Connor John Howitt, Rusty Williamson, and Eric Crosby, race for one of the fall half of the season. So, away to the course we go, as we keep looking around. And we can see the fans on both sides of the stands are in a standing ovation, waiting for the superstars to take off from the starting gates. So let's make that dream happen. Please start the race! Okay! This half of the 65th season promised to bring more excitement as it was during the spring half of the 2019-20 season. And right now, number one is quarterbacks. That means he'll be left behind on the competition by the other third Chao. Right now, the fourth Chao are going to eat the fruit, and Alvin Jr. is going to have command of the lead, followed by Eric Crosby, the Sheriff Outlaw. Connor John Howitt not too far behind, along with number two. And it looks like Alvin Jr. and Eric Crosby are heading for the water, as the first superstar to get speed bus is number 7. Lost control 6th place over number 8. Number 1 was sleeping, so now he dropped down to last place over the competition. So now he has a long way to go if he wants to catch up to the yellow Chao in a hurry from the crowd. As speed bus number 2 in this race will be made by Rusty Williamson, and right now number 2 is going to rest, and so is Rusty Williamson. Eric Crosby is starting with Alvin Jr. at the top of the wall for the lead over the 8 Chao at the current moment. They are making their way towards the sapphire portion of the yellow course right now. And it will be Connor John Howitt who will get a turn, trying to catch up to Rusty Williamson at number 7 for 5th place. And right now it is number 1 who is left behind on one of the bridges, still trying to make their way towards the top of the hill. We have passed the 1 minute mark in this race. Pouring on one better hurry up if he wants to catch up with the others in a hurry. And it looks like he is going to pass from the win. As the next PS win made by Rusty Williamson. That makes his second speed bus for the crime bus of policeman himself. While Eric Crosby and Alvin Jr. are rapidly approaching the wall, trying to test their strength over at the sapphire portion of the course. And Connor John Howitt will get his second speed bus. Point number 1, meanwhile, is still all alone in last place behind the crowd. He is trying desperately to get back in this one for sure, but who will we got in the next class bus? Rusty Williamson is that golden answer, making his first bus, and Alvin Jr. is sweeping off the top of the wall, so that means the Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby will now have control and try to defend the lead over Alvin Jr. And look at this, number 1 finally got a speed bus, but he's still way behind the competition, just approaching the wall. Looks like Rusty Williamson or Connor John Howitt won't have enough distance to catch up to Alvin Jr. and Eric Crosby. They're going to be left behind in the competition, folks. No doubt about it. And here comes Alvin Jr. trying one last time to stay alive, but it's Eric Crosby who's going to get the job done for his beloved Canadian fans he know and trusts. The Sheriff Outlaw Eric Crosby holds on Alvin Jr. to win this one. Alvin Jr. will come in second place. And who will get the next class viewers? It's number 7, that's who. And point number 1 is not looking so happy. he's getting left behind again. And that will do it. So, the ChaoEmperor Eric Crosby is the winner of my first race. Yes, Eric Crosby, you made Canada proud. And we will find out who will prevail in race number 2 after we find out a word about this. And let's find out who will prevail in race number 2. We got Aaron Miller, Ethan Kingsley, Owen Cheston, and Buster Jabo. I hope these Chow had trained very well during their camp over the course of summer, because now it's time once again to test their strength and skill and luck of their exciting quest for victory. Who is going to walk away with a W? We're about to find out right now. Let's rock this place! So the 4 Chow for race number 2 are off and running, dusting through the rainbow path. And they are making their way towards the boundaries at that point. And right now, Owen Cheston is pausing for a moment, trying to get some attention here. The other 3 Chow have brought down the fruits, and now they're going to eat it. And the steel curtain Aaron Miller is going to have come in on the lead, following the close second by the hard-hitting master, Ethan Kingsley. And Owen Cheston not too far behind in 3rd place. As Buster Jabo, sitting in 4th place, will take the only toss for this race, and right now number 1 is once again getting left behind in the competition. Number 7 is Graham, so he will also be left behind. And who controls speed race number 2? It's number 8, battling with number 2 for the lead over the force of the Chow. Buster Jabo quickly making his way towards the other side of the water portion. Owen Cheston not too far behind in 2nd place, heading towards the top of the hill. As number 8 gets back Max Pierce, now he will have control over the lead with the force of a Chow with 4th place. And right now, number 1 has just made it to the other side of the water as he continues to fight for dear life. We are passing the 1 minute mark in his face, and look at that! Owen Cheston says he's going to keep on going. He doesn't even go to rest. He takes the next to Max Pierce. And Buster Jabo, better watch out. We passed 1 minute and Owen Cheston is right on his tail. What's going to happen here, folks? Who will get the next command speeders? We're about to find out right now. It's Aaron Miller, the steel curtain, who will get the next command speeders. So he's sitting in 3rd place in the current one. And right now, Ethan Kingsley trying his best to stay alive in the game. And he decided to taunt with his opponents in a hurry, saying, "Blah, I hate you." But he's doing very well, alright. And who we got the next one? It's number 8. That makes his first speed first in the race. Trying to regain the lead over the force of a Chow. And right now, number 2 is battling with number 1 for dear life. It was number 7, but now he's starting to get into the groove. Looks like the silver Chow numbers 1 and 2 are going to hit the wall first. That means the next speeder is going to be made on the top of the wall, and it will be the steel curtain Aaron Miller who will get his chance. That makes his 2nd speed buzz of the race, and he pauses for 1, leaving Buster Jabo and Owen Cheston battling from the way up in the front. Who is going to prevail? We'll find out soon enough. Next speeder belongs to number 2. Now he quickly wakes up from his sleep, and right now the steel curtain Aaron Miller did not have enough distance to catch up to either Buster or Ulrich. He is going to want him in 3rd place. And Ethan Kingsley will have the next command, yes. But this race is all about Buster Jabo as he swims away from Owen Cheston and Aaron Miller. Buster Jabo is our winner. That's going to be followed by Owen Cheston in 2nd place. Steel curtain Aaron Miller will take 3rd. And it looks like Ethan Kingsley will have to wind up in 4th place as that hard Jake wins. It's been the close this one out with back-to-back POS. How about that, Brandon? Buster Jabo got a win. That's right, that makes us the win for the 2019-20 season. Let's hope we get some more. Back in a bit, do not go away. Alright, Paul, who do we have for race number 3 of this week? We have the next generation star, Antonio Bennett, taking on Danny Frazier, Chris Finacos, and from the Look at the Other squad, Everyone Chante. Wow, Antonio Bennett was impressed by ourselves. Doing pretty well in his last couple of weeks and the fall preview show, winning 3 straight in a row. Will we make it 4 wins in a row this week? We're about to find out right now. Best of luck to these players. And let's have a Chao race. So Antonio Bennett trying to go for his 4th straight win behind Danny, Chris, and Rod as they make their way towards the palm trees. Antonio fans are surely wanting him to have another chance to reach the World Championship. He's done it 2 years in a row, but he lost to Jason Hill and Walter Racing. Very heartbreaking indeed. Right now, Antonio Bennett is battling with Chris Monagos, totally up in the front. And where will these two be heading? I think they're going to take the water if they don't triple up. Yep, they're heading for the water. And number 1 will have control of the first speed race for this race, taking the lead over the 4th to Chao. And right now, number 7 is getting right behind the competition, and I do believe number 2 is first. That means he'll join number 7 for the life. And who's going to have the second speed race? It's Ramon Shorter. He represents 1/2 of the Arcadiage, along with Steve Wingman. And right now, Chris Panacos is snoozing over at the bottom of the bridges. So Antonio Bennett is going to have full control of the lead as he makes his way towards the south far portion of the course once he passes the pair of flags. And number 1 will have another turn, trying to lead on force with Chao again. Number 2 is getting left behind in the competition, trying to survive. But as we pass the 1 minute mark in space, the real superstar who really needs to catch up every now and then, it's number 7, who is all alone in last place. But who really got the next command speed race? It's number 8. Now he's fighting for the lead over the force with Chao, along with Chris Monagos and Danny Frazier. And right now it is Chris Monagos who is trying his best to dominate 2nd place over Ramon Shorter on the Arcadiage. And Danny Frazier will get the next command speed race, but I highly doubt he'll make a miracle comeback. Take a look at number 7. Not looking happy by Whalen City. He is getting left behind in the crowd. He is going to need a couple of speed races he wants to at least catch up with the others in a hurry, and this is one of them, but I think that's always going to get. Antonio Bennett will be the first to approach home stretch momentarily, having a big lead so far ahead of Chris Monagos, and Danny Frazier can forget about going fast. He takes his 2nd speed race of the race. Number 7 just says, it's only a race. Well, it doesn't matter because we're all winners when we do our Chao Racing. Everyone's a winner when they participate. Right. And number 2 will get the next command. Yes, we mean number 7 does. As Antonio is making his way towards finish line, he is going to hold off Chris Monagos with style. Antonio Bennett wins this one as number 2 gets back-to-back speed bus. 4 wins in a row for the next generation star from the classic go-getters. Pretty good streak so far. Let's hope he keeps it up next time. And right now, number 7 still disappointed with last place. And we have just enough time for 1 more speed bus on this race, and it will be by number 8, who beats up Ramon Shorter for 5th place. Alright, Antonio, your fans are happy again. That's right. Will we keep it up next week? We'll find out soon enough. Coming up, there's more exciting action for you. But first, have a look at this. Okay, Paul, tell us what we have next. Next up, we have Ryan Christian, Thomas Winkletter, Andrew Wilson, and JJ Nehemiah. And now maybe we will complete the first day of taping process for the ChaoEmperor this week. So it's good luck to the next 4 superstars on the race today, coming back from summer camp. Let's find out who's going to win this one. Everyone is on the clock, and please start the race. Okay, the next 4 superstars are off and running. Bursting down the line, Ryan Christian on to a pretty good start. JJ Nehemiah trying his best to catch up with the other 3 in a hurry. And the 4 Chao are at the palm trees to bring down the coconuts. And it looks like number 7 twice one more, and number 8 is pausing to board on his track. Ryan has eaten the food and he's off and running. That's going to be followed by Andrew Wilson in 2nd place. And not too far behind is JJ Nehemiah. Thomas Winkletter is dancing to the beat. And right now it looks like one of the still Chao is going to rest, as Thomas Winkletter gets the best speed in the race, and there goes another Chao sweeping. And right now it is number 7 who is catching to number 2 and number 8. They'll both take a rest, so they will join number 7 for deal life. So now they have a lot of work to catch up in the early line. As number 7, who is just approaching the water to come on, takes Speedbus number 2 in this race. And guess who's already making his way towards the Sapphire portion of the Ever course? It's Brian Christian, followed by Thomas Lingard with a dominating second place. Brian Christian's the first to approach the wall in him momentarily. And who we're gonna next to Speedbus? It's going to be Ed Wilson. He dominates third place at the come one. Meanwhile, JJ Nehemiah is trying his best to defend 4th place ahead of the 4th Civic Chow. He's now in win number 7 for 4th place in the come one. And we have passed the 1 minute mark of this exciting race. Who will get the next command to us? It's number 2, that's who. That will be number 1 and number 8 fighting for survival all the way in the back of the crowd. So now number 1 and number 8 really need some help to get back in this one. Brian Christian trying to hold up the lead as he makes his way towards the past the waterfall. And who will get the next one? It's number 8. He gets some help. He was in last place at the cowboy. And there goes Brian Christian making his way towards the home stretch. Doesn't want to fall too off course because he might ruin his chances. Anyway, next Speedbus belongs to number 2. That makes his second Speedbus of the race. And right now, Thomas Wingrider is not going to have enough distance to get back in this one over Brian Christian. Brian Christian is going to win an easy affair over Thomas Wingrider. As number 2 takes back-to-back Speedbus, Brian Christian holds on Thomas Wingrider for a bit. And number 2 decides to sweep for the board. And so is number 7. Number 7 will be left behind in the competition all the way in the back. Brian Christian now has 7 wins up on his sleeve, hoping to keep it on to make it to 500 next week. And number 1 wound in next command. We are trying to defend the lead over the 4th of Chao and JJ Nehemiah. Thomas Wingrider came in 2nd, followed by Ed Wilson in 3rd place. As we wait for the next Speedbus, Brian Christian is squeezing his band with a smile, knowing that he is a winner today. And there it is. Number 2 is going to swim away from the Ever Chao with the 4th Speedbus. And that will be the end of this race. So Brian Christian gets back on the board at 7 and 8 this week. That's right, he's now 7 and 8, and we'll have more exciting action after these messages. Don't move a muscle. We'll be back. And now, Paul, I believe it's time for our most interesting match for our fall return special here on Chao Racing 2019. It's a rematch from last season's World Championship event. That's right, you said it, Brandon. It's Raymond Hill, our defending champion, taking on ChaoEmperor, Steve Wingman, and Zach Orson for race number 5. On round 1, Raymond Hill took an easy victory and proved that anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe. So let's find out who will prevail in round 2 of this exciting saga. The players are lined up and ready to go. Everyone is on the clock. And let's spot this place. Okay, Zach Orson seems like he's off to a good start. And so is Raymond Hill. Zach and Raymond are going to lead the 8 Chao at the Cowboy, bowing for the lead. And right now, the 4 Chao are at the palm trees to bring down that coconut-shaped fruit. The fans are in a standing ovation like we always do. And right now they're going to eat the food. And it looks like Raymond Hill's going to have command on the lead. ChaoEmperor will have control of 2nd place. The other 2 Chao are dancing to the beat. As the first superstar against Speedbus is number 2. And right now number 7 is quarterbacks. So now he will be dropping down to last place over the competition right now. Now number 7 needs a lot of catching up to do if he wants to get back in this one for sure. And it looks like he is going to be heading for the water, and so it's number 8 who is pausing for a moment. As Speedbus number 2 in this place, we're made by Zach Orson. Wow, his swimming improved a lot since his summer camp. I think he should be a clear candidate to reach the World Championship this year. He got it last year. Maybe he'll earn a repeat trip to the World Championship this year. We will find out soon enough as number 1, who desperately needs the help, gets the next command for us. He currently is number 2 in the dust. And right now, ChaoEmperor trying his best to catch up to both Raymond and Zach in a hurry. And now number 2 will get some help, still battling with number 1 for dear life, and we have passed the 1 minute mark at this race. Zach Arson currently defending lead over Maymont Hill. Yeah, swimming is one of the key factors, and I do believe Zach Arson is one of the best swimmers of this half of the season. Who got the next speed buzz? It's number 1. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. And right now, Joe Rafferty and Steve Wigman are trying their best to stay alive in the game, but there's always next time for these two superstars. Well, it was fun having a 4-way rematch from the last season's World Championship. Next PS belongs to number 2. That makes his first speed buzz of the race, but he's way behind the competition behind number 1. And right now, Zach Arson and Raymond Hill are both approaching the waterfall, and now they're going to make their way towards home stretch. I believe Zach Arson's going to have the advantage because he is one of the fastest swimmers in the league. And Steve Wayman wakes up right now with next command spears, but Zach Arson should leave Raymond Hill momentarily once he touches the water. And there he goes! He is going to leave Raymond Hill and saying farewell to the competition. And Zach wins this one, as number 2 will get his 4th speed buzz of the race. Zach Arson has earned his 4th win in the season, and if his swimming keeps it up, he might as well make the playoffs have another shot at a World Championship title. We'll see what happens next time, as the last speed buzz of this race will be made by number 1, making his first speed buzz of the race. Zach Arson, congratulations on your incredible swimming ability. That's right, congratulations Zach Arson, and we'll have more exciting action after this, so stay tuned for more. Well, that was an exciting race for Zach Arson, and he deserves the victory towards another chance at a World Championship. And now we'll be halfway done for week 14 for the men's division after we present race number 6. Right, and it will feature Hal Miller on the Miller Traders, Glenn Murray, the 2017 White Sox champions Shane Flanagan, and Charlie Freighton. I can't believe Hal Miller has actually won a race for once. That was a very good race for Hal Miller during his fall preview show. I know he hasn't improved a lot since summer camp, but I can say we can make this a one-hit wonder. Well, let's just hope for the very best for this race. Everyone's on clock, so without further ado, please start the race. And Glenn Miller is for the rest. That means Howard Miller, Shane Flanagan, and Charlie Freighton will have the opening edge. We'll soon find out which one of them will pay off or not. And right now, a couple of Silver Chow are going to rest as well. In fact, all 4 of the Silver Chow are going to rest. So right now, it is just Howard, Shane, and Charlie who have control of the lead. Right now, these 3 Chow are going to eat the fruit. And Charlie Freighton is going to be busting down the line. And look at that. Charlie Freighton is going to have full control of this match because the other 2 Chow, Howard Miller and Shane Flanagan, are dancing to the beat. And as Charlie heads for the water, the first superstar to get speed bus is the 2017 White Sox champion himself, Shane Flanagan. And right now, Glenn Miller is getting left behind on the ticket out. He is in dead mean last place. He is going to take a gamble out of the water as speed bus number 2 in the space, with made by number 8. Right now, Hal Miller is battling with number 8 over at the bridges for Rio and Bonds. And I do think, yes, Glenn Miller has paid off his shortcut strategy all the way to first place. And right now, Shane Flanagan will get his second speed bus of the race. I can't believe Glenn Murray actually went from worst to first, went for 40. What a deal by Glenn Murray. Right now, Charlie Freighton dominates with an easy second place, and this time Shane Flanagan goes for consecutive. That makes his first speed bus of the race, and right now the 4 Silver Chow getting left behind from Shane Flanagan and Howard Miller all the way in the back. Those 4 Silver Chow really needed to get a speed bus if we want to get back in this one, and I mean now. But let's head back to the 2017 White Sox champion Shane Flanagan. Still battling with Howard Miller for a third place. Right now, Glenn Miller now has control of the lead after forcing to sleep early on. Meanwhile, Charlie Freighton continues to dominate in an easy second place as the next speed bus will be made by number 8. And that was a wonderful speed bus, and in fact, he now has control of the lead over the 4 Silver Chow. And right now, Glenn Miller is making his way towards the waterfall. as Chao Racing gets a reduction to the L6 Chao with the next command viewers, and point number 7 now drops to last place over the 8 Chao. He is trying his best to climb the wall to catch up with the yellows in the crowd, and it will be Shane Funham who will get another turn. That makes it speed buzz of the race, but it looks like Grandma is going to celebrate an easy victory. After being left behind in the competition sweeping, he is going to hold off Chao Racing for the victory. And now we have it. Grandma is our winner over Chao Racing as number 2. Well, the next guys, yes, Grandma paid off his strategy after taking rest. So now, he has 3 wins up on this sweep. He only had 2 wins prior to the summer camp, but now he has 3 as ChaoEmperor. Well, the next guys, yes, well, we can say it was a one-hit wonder, but I highly doubt he'll get any more wins for the entire season. Well, this is his final season. Let's hope for the very best next time. But anyway, Grandma, congratulations on a job well done. You deserve the victory. That's why he may be sleepy for now, but he knows how to come back. Thank you for more Cheyenne after these messages. Okay, Paul, let's start off the second half of the men's division with race number 7. You got it. It will feature Michael Creighton, Vicky Nelson from the Go-Go's 2.0 squad, Joshua Samoa, and the Gunner Star Master Gary Dayton. So as of right now, Vicky and Garrett are sitting at 5 on the mark with 7 wins. Michael Creighton has 4 wins, and Joshua Samoa still looping around with just 2 wins. So let's see which one will deserve a win to move one step closer towards coming back next year for the 2020 season. Everyone is on the clock, so without further ado, let's have a Chao race! And there goes the next 4 superstars pushing down the line. Who is going to prevail? Who will triumph? And who will realize their dreams of being a winner? Or at least to come back next season and do it all over again. There's only one way to find out, but we're all winners when we do our Chao Racing routines. And right now the 4 Chao are going to eat the fruit. And Vicky Nelson is going to have command of the lead. And it looks like number 1 is with us, so he'll be left behind in the competition all the way back. And it looks like Joshua Samoa is heading for the water as Vicky Nelson, who quickly makes his way through the water, wins the only toss for this race. Now he will have a commanding lead up in the front. Well played strategy by Vicky Nelson, the star of the Speed Bus for this race. And who's gonna get Speed Bus number 2? It's number 1. Now he quickly makes it to the outside, and he is gonna dominate over the 4th Chao easily with 4th place. Take a look at number 2. He is all alone around the bridges behind them 7-8. It'll be number 8 who are gonna turn now, trying to catch up to the Gunner Star Master Gary Dayton. We are approaching the 1 minute mark, and right now it is Vicky Nelson from the Go-Go's 2.0 squad who leads over Joshua Samoa, trying to catch up in a hurry. Let's find out who will get the next command speed runs for this exciting race. And that next speed runs for this race will be made by Michael Creighton. He currently sits in 3rd place. And right now number 8 pauses as Garrett tries his best to catch up with his opponents in a hurry. Well, as always the rest of the season for Garrett Dayton, he'll do very well indeed. Who got the next speed runs? It's number 1, Atsu, and look at that. Joshua Samoa's with the rest, so now he will have to push about with Michael Creighton for the lead for 2nd place. He dominates over the 4 Chao still. Poor number 2 meanwhile is left behind, but it's Joshua Samoa who will get his 2nd speed bus. And right now Vicky Nelson's got the rest, but he will still have a commanding lead over Michael Creighton and number 1 who are coming on the wall and Cameron. I think he's going to win this one indeed. Next PS belongs to Gary Dayton. He is known as the Gunner Star Master because his favorite dance is the Gundam style, especially the cowboy look. And right now, number 2 is not going to get Speed Bus at all for a while, as Joshua Samoa will get his 2nd Speed Bus. And right now, Vicky Nelson is the first to approach home stretch. The movie portion of the course with that big pool heading into the goal line. Even though he's not a great swimmer, I do believe he is going to hold off Joshua Samoa for the winner. Yep. As number 8 takes his 2nd speed bus, Joshua Samoa won't have enough distance to catch up to Vicky Nelson in time. Mickey Nelson holds on Joshua Salmon for the victory. Joshua Salmon will come in second place. And it looks like Michael Payton will come in third place. And we have just enough time for one more speed bus of this good race performance of Mickey Nelson, and it will be made by number 2. He finally got some help, and that's going to do it. So Mickey Nelson now has 8 wins. Right, that means he's above 500 for the season. But how well was he last? We'll find out soon enough. Back in a bit. Do not go away. Alright, Paul, who do we have next? Next up, we have Peter Foles, Luke Green, Trevor Hoffa, and Norman Finer for race number 8. So we have another very talented swimmer along with the fastest runner of the 48-man Masters for the second half of the season. This one could go either way between the fastest runner and a great swimmer. So let's see who will prevail in this stunning contest. Best selected these 4 superstars in hopes of bringing home a trophy. Everyone is on the clock, and let's have a Chao race! There goes Luke Green, one on the house. Norman Finer is taking him out. So he will be left behind from Trevor Hoffa and Peter Foles in the back. Luke Green quickly shaking on the trees. He's eating the food and he is going to dance to the beat. But he will be off and running again once he gets his dance work out. And there he goes, leaving Trevor Hoffa and Peter Foles in the dust. Luke Green trying to keep up with his Cinderella season this year. He won a tag team championship last season. Maybe he'll go for a world championship this year. We'll soon know if he'll make it happen, as the first superstar against Beat Bus is Norman Finer. And right now, a couple of super challenge going to us along with Peter Foles. So right now, number 1 will have the privilege to catch up to both Peter Foles and number 8 on the back of the crowd. They are rushing their way towards the bridges right now. And here comes number 1 with speed bus number 2. Luke Green trying to defend the lead over Trevor Hoffa as he makes his way towards the sapphire portion. And number 1 gets back-to-back speed bus. We are passing the 1 minute mark in this race, and right now Norman Finer really needs some help from his fantasy love if he wants to pay off his swimming ability at the home stretch. Will he get the jump done this week? We'll soon know with a speed bus. That makes his second speed bus of the race, and he got all there on that one. Meanwhile, number 8 is getting left behind from Peter Foles and numbers 1 and 2. These 1 channel are getting left behind all the way in the back of the crowd. So I think one of them should get a speed bus every now and then. But who really got it? It's number 7 with a dominating affair over the 4 super channel with 3rd place. And Luke Green at the top of the wall is worse. But I think he is going to win this one easily. I think he is going to prevail over Norman Finer swimming. He is a good swimmer, as a matter of fact. I think he's going to win it. Next PS belongs to number 8. Battling with Peter Foles and numbers 1 and 2 for a 4-way battle for dear life. And right now, Norman Finer, I think it's going to last. Yeah, so it will be a miracle to make the miracle pass from Luke Green on the home stretch. He is going to get another speed bus, but I don't think he's going to make that happen. Looks like Luke Green is going to hold on Trevor Hoffa by a lot of room to spare. He is making his way towards the finish line, and he does it right over there. Luke Green is our winner for this race, as number 1 will get the next command US. And right now, number 2 is getting right behind on the competition, all the way in the back, As number 5 will get a 4 speed bus, but he will have to settle for 3rd place. Trevor Hoffa will come in 2nd place. And I think that's going to do it for the speed bus right over there. Yep. I don't think we'll have time for 1 more speed bus. This race should be over pretty soon. Yep, that was the last finisher. So Luke Green has done it again. Right. Luke's up to 9 wins now. And we'll be right back with Casey Richardson trying to keep up with his Cinderella season pace right after this one. Alright, we're still a couple races before the main event, so let's hear what Paul has to say about this next race. Okay, but for race number 9, we have Dave Miller, O.J. Upton, Casey Richardson, and Ralph Dennis. Casey Richardson has an impressive 12-2 record heading into the fall half of the season, while Dave, O.J., and Ralph still searching for winners to come back next season, especially for Dave and Ralph, who are currently sitting at 0-14. They are winless so far for the season, but I think this race is going to be a piece of cake for Casey Richardson, don't you think? Let's see if my predictions are true or not. Best of luck to these 4 players, and please start the race! And yes, indeed, there goes Casey Richardson. He is the fastest runner of the 48-man superstars at the current moment. He's only a normal type, but he has an S rank in running. And right now he is going to eat the fruit. And there he goes, buzzing down the line. And right now let's watch the other 3 Chao at the current moment. They're going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Dave Miller's going to have come in on 2nd place because Ralph Dennis is dancing to the beat. O.J. Upton won the privilege to catch up to him in 3rd place. And who is going to get the first speed buzz of this race? As Dave Miller and O.J. Upton head for the bridges, it's O.J. Upton, or O.J. Upton for short, who will get the first speed buzz of this race. And right now, number 2, number 7, and number 8 are all getting left behind in the competition all the way back. All 3 of those Chao are heading for the water, trying to stay alive in the game. As O.J. Upton, fighting with Dave Miller at the end of the bridges, opens this one up with back-to-back speeders. Casey Richardson currently has a dominating affair over O.J. and Dave heading into the Sapphire portion of the course. But right now, all eyes are on O.J. Upton as he gets the first speed buzz, and that time around it was a pity. Guess who's getting left behind as we pass the 1 minute mark in this race? Number 1 is getting all alone last place. And it's Ralph Dennis, who's also searching for his first win. We'll have the next command. We have battling with Dave Miller for 3rd place. And right now, number 7 taunts for more. That means number 1 and number 2 will have the privilege to catch up to them in a hurry. But I think one of them might need some help for the crowd. Which one of them is going to get the next command speed buzz? It's number 7, not 2. Meanwhile, Casey Richardson is climbing up the top of the wall, and his fans are showing putting a happy face for him for this race. I think he should have a good contender to become a world champion this season. Let's see how he will fare at the home stretch. Next PS belongs to number 2, and he will try to lead over the 4-0 Chao because he's now battling with number 8 for the 4-0 Chao in the back. The 4-0 Chao climbing up the wall now, and who will get the next speed buzz? It has to be at the top of the wall, and that will be O.J. Upton. That makes his 4th speed buzz of the race. But this race is all about Casey Richardson as he quickly makes his way towards the finish line. And there you have it. Casey Richardson dominates over his opponents with a huge victory. So now he's up to 13 wins for this season as Ralph Dennis can say farewell to O.J. and Dave with the next command spears. But he is still winless at 0-15. And right now, numbers 1 and 7 are bowing for D-Line all the way back. As Dave Miller, who will also have to settle for 0-15, while in the next command because he'll take 3rd place. That, my friends, will be O.J. Upton in 4th place. I knew Casey Richardson will get the job done. Yes, Paul, he is the fastest runner of the 48 men. And if he keeps it up, he might as well become world champion. We'll soon know how he will fare next time. Coming up, there's more exciting action for you. But first, have a look at this. And now it's time for race number 10 of week 14. Alright, it will feature Corey Sanchester, the Great Louis Charleston, Marvin Sanderson, and Jimmy Wales. These superstars trying to make a better second half for the 65th season of Chao Racing 2019 for the USA. Who is going to make one week closer to what's coming back next season? We're about to find out momentarily. So, good luck to the next four superstars on our race today. Everyone is on the clock, and let's rock this place! Alright, and Louis Charleston is with us. So let's watch Corey, Marvin, and Jimmy. These three will have control of the opening edge, with Marvin Sanderson all to an excellent start over the competition. Right now, Corey, Marvin, and Jimmy are going to make their way towards the palm trees. They're going to bring down a coconut shake fruit, and the fans are roaring in the crowd. And right now, they're going to eat the food, and here comes Marvin Sanderson busting down the line. Here's what had Kamehameha of the lead up in the front. He is approaching the bridges by now. And it looks like he is going to be heading for the water, trying to maintain his huge lead. As the first superstar to get his feet first is the great Louis Charleston, who's trying desperately to make a comeback here. He's taking the bridges right now. And right now, number 8 trying his best to stay alive in the game. And so is number 2. They are both heading for the water. At Speedbus number 2 in his pace, we may by Jimmy Wales trying to catch up to Louis Charleston and Corey Sargent over at the bridges. Marvin Sanderson has a commanding lead heading into the top of the hill. But remember that anything can happen in the Chao Racing universe, and we'll see if this will be possible as the next PS we may by number 2. And look at that. He doesn't even go to rest. He is going to be number 7 and 8 left behind in the competition. And we have passed the 1 minute mark in this race. Number 7 and 8 trying to catch up with number 2 and number 2 passes point. As Jimmy Wales will get number 3, that makes his second speed buzz of the race. Marvin Sanderson still dominating over Louis Charleston and Kevin Wint. And down goes number 1. That's who across the ceiling damage. Who got the next speed buzz? It's going to be number 2 who gets it. That makes his second speed buzz of the race. And he will be number 7 in dust. Meanwhile, Louis Charleston is starting to get into the groove. He's starting to catch up to our leader, Marvin Sanderson. Number 1 also doing his best to catch up. Will they make the pass on Marvin Sanderson? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to Jimmy Wales. That makes his first speed buzz in the race. And take a look at poor number 7 all over last place behind number 8 as he climbs on the wall. No help at all for number 7. And number 1 can say sayonara to the other 3 Silver Chow as he will have the next command because and right now Marvin Sanderson went a little too far at time, but I think he will still be able to hold off the lead ahead of number 1. Heading into home stretch. And look at this! Louis Charleston with his second speed buzz, and he takes the lead away from Marvin Sanderson! I think we should see a comeback of the century, folks! That was an exciting comeback, and the great Louis Charleston wins over Marvin Sanderson and number 1 as Jimmy Wales will get his fourth win. The great Louis Charleston made one of the greatest comebacks this season. And so now he's up to 7 wins of his 15 races so far. Number 7 has no hope for surviving whatsoever. And congratulations to Louis Charleston on an incredible comeback. That's right, that should definitely be in highlight reel for this week. Back for more as I action after these messages. What a deal! Alright, welcome back. Coming up in the next segment, we will present our main event featuring our returning champion of this season, all of our current leader at 13-1, Donald Lennox. But first, let's see what Paul has to say about race number 11. Okay then, race number 11 will feature Chris Schneider from the Classic Go-Getters, Larry Monroe, Eddie Warriors from the Warriors Brothers, and from the Go-Getters 2.0 squad, Rusty Instant Replay Jackington. Who is gonna win a barn burner to move one step closer towards renewing a contract for next season? We're about to find out right now. Best of luck to these 4 superstars, and lots of pajamas! And Rusty Jackington is crewmaster, which means Chris Schneider, Larry Monroe, and Eddie Warriors will have the opening edge. These 3 gentlemen are going to make their way towards the palm trees to bring down that coconut shaped fruit. There they are, busting down the line. Here comes the coconut shaped fruit touching the ground. And now the superstars are going to eat the fruit. And it looks like Chris Schneider's going to rest, and Larry Monroe is dancing to the beat. That means Eddie Warriors will have control of this match. Number 8 wide prediction fan to lead, and here comes Eddie Warriors with the first speed bus on this race. He is quickly making his way towards the water with that speed bus. And by now, Wesley Jenkinson is dancing to the beat, so he'll be left behind the competition. He is going to be last place behind numbers 1 and 7. And as number 7 goes west, number 1 takes speed west, number 2. By now, Larry Monroe and Eddie Boyles will make it to the outside water, and number 8 is going west. So right now it is Eddie Warriors who has command lead, as Larry Monroe, who is catching up to Eddie Warriors, takes the next command PS. Right now, Chris Schneider still settling for 4th place, trying to hold on number 2 for 4th place, as they make their way towards the top hill and entering the Stat 5 portion of the hill course. And who will get the next command PS as we approach the 1 minute mark? It's number 1. That makes his second speed bus race. Oh, he glad he did it for on 1, but he's going to need a lot more help than that state line. And so it's going to see Jackson. Right now, though, guess who really needs to catch up to the crowd? It's number 7, that's who. He doesn't want to be all alone last place for a very long time. But it's Wesley Jenkinson who will get the next command PS. Well, it will still be a miracle to get all the way to first place. Meanwhile, Larry Monroe is signing close in on Eddie Warriors, trying to make the pass from Eddie Warriors as they make their way towards the wall. Can the strategy work? We'll find out soon enough. Next PS belongs to number 8, who leads over the force to a challenge 4th place. And right now, number 7 is not going to get some help before he touches the wall. He is going to retain last place behind the pack, ladies and gentlemen. So it's Eddie Warriors who will get his second speed bus in the race, trying to make one last effort to stay alive over Larry Monroe and Larry Monroe. Eddie Warriors possible. Larry Monroe is the first to approach the home stretch, trying to defend the lead over Chris Schneider. And it will be number 2 who will get the next command PS. Larry Monroe heading into the finish line. According to my calculations, Chris Schneider will not have enough distance to catch up to Larry Monroe before he touches the finish line. Larry Monroe holds on Chris Schneider for the victory. Well done by Larry Monroe indeed. As number 8, who can say sign out to the other Chao, will get an outside. That makes his second speed bus of the race. And that's going to do it. So Larry Monroe is up to 4 wins right now. Yep, if he gets enough wins, I'm sure he'll have his contract signed for 1 more season. Let's see how he will fare next time. The main event is just moments away, right after we present a word from this sponsor. Alright, it is now time for the first main event. Back from our 7th break we have in the install. And like always, Paul, it should be a dandy. Right, this week, Vince Stason takes on our current leader, Don Lennox, who sits at 13-1, along with Alex Markinson and Owen Warriors of the Warriors Brothers. This week's main event is presented by Walmart. Inviting you to save money and live better with each and every visit at your Walmart store near you. So on we go, back to the of course one more time to present week 14's main event. Everyone's on top, and let's rock this place! So Vince Stason took home the previous 2 main events. Will he complete the trilogy, or will Don Lennox get his first Superstar League honors and get his 14th win on the season? He is our current leader, and he won the 2018 World Championship. Maybe he'll have a chance to go for his 2nd title in his last 3 years. We'll soon know, as Owen Warriors is going to have coming out of the up in the front, and that's going to be followed by our returning champion Vince Stason with an easy 2nd place. And Owen Warriors is going to be flying towards the water, trying to maintain his peak big lead as the first Superstar against Beavers. On week 14's main event presented by Walmart Stores is number 2, who is battling with number 1 for T-Life on the way back. And right now, number 8 is quarterback, so he will join these 2 to a shot back. Right now, it is Alex Markinson, who is trying his best to stay alive in the competition. He is swimming to the other side of the water, and now he is making his way towards the top of the hill. As number 2, who also quickly makes it to the other side of the water, opens up week 14's main event presented by Walmart with back-to-back speeders. and numbers 1 and 8 are getting left behind. They are battling for dear life all the way in the back. Who will get the next speed buzz? It is Alex Marguson. Wow, that was a good speed buzz right there. Good speed buzz by Alex Marguson. Currently, it is Donald Reddings who has a commanding lead over Owen Warriors up in the front. He is making his way towards the wall, trying to maintain his lead as Alex Marguson gets back to the back speeders. That makes 2 in a row bites in a row for number 2 and Alex Marguson respectively. All speed buzz are consecutive so far, and guess who's still one of the speed buzz? Numbers 1 and 8 are continuing the battle for survival. They both really want speed buzz, but it's number 2 who will get another turn. That makes his first speed buzz to the race, following with number 7 for the lead on the 4th of Chao. Back up in front, Donald Reddings is trying his best to defend the lead over Owen Warriors, and here comes Owen with the next command speed buzz, trying to make one last effort to stay alive. Looks like numbers 1 and 8 won't be able to get a speed buzz before the race is over. They're going to be busy climbing up the wall, folks. So who is going to get that next speed buzz? It's probably going to be on the top wall, and it's going to be number 7 who just went to rest. Now he will have command of the lead over the 4th of Chao. And Donald Reddings is going to celebrate his first Superstar of the Week honors right over there. Donald Reddings pulls off Owen Warriors for his first Superstar of the Week honors here in Week 14. Great job by Donald Reddings. He gets his 14th win, and he's still the leader at 14-1. As Vince Mason will close our spears for the men's division. Alright, so Donald Reddings, 14-1 with an incredible victory. That's right, we'll be right back with the men's division races after we hear word from this.